So the magic happens when you add the top coat. But before you do this, you're going to add the legs. And what I've done with the legs is, the front leg is actually wrapped around the wire that you get in your pack. And that gives it extra stability, but it also helps you to bend the paw in. The hind legs are slightly different. They're just needle felted. And then felted into shape. But what I wanted to show you is, again, it's really important when you attach the legs are sitting on the side of the wolf. They're not, as you might think, coming out from the chest. So don't start attaching them here in the center of the chest. They're really, the wire needs to be jiggled in on the side so that it's just under the surface of the side. And it will look really, really quite strange as well. I don't know if you can see that even if I stand it up. I'm just pushing the wire. So I'm going right into the side, literally just under the, I can feel it here. And that is where the wire needs to be inserted. And the wolf will sort of lean forward. You want the weight to be on the front paws, and then the hind paws will sort of come along here. And when the hind paws are on, the wolf is not even going to sit on his bum for a long time. It's almost like he's sort of, if you look at him, I don't know if you can see it, but when you needle felting it in the process, the hind legs are, it's almost like he's just suspended on his legs, and the bottom is off the, if you achieve that, you get the right position. That's what I'm trying to say. So now coming as the final thing, I want to show you how magic this wolf, it's all in the top coat. That is when all the magic will happen. Oh, I was going to show you something else on the paws as well. It's the wrong order, but anyway, I'm going to do it anyway. So just very quickly, the paws, before you attach them, you build the bulk up on the front here like that, and then you needle felt into the front paw. Now remember, there is a wire in there, so the best would be if one of the toes is the wire. So try and work out where your wire is so that you don't have to stab into the wire. And all you're doing is you're needle felting 3 straight lines into the paw like that. And you do this before you attach the paw to the wolf. And that is the same with the hind legs. You are going to do all of this before you attach the legs. So you're working really on a detail. It took me ages to do the paws on my wolf. And then you're going to go where you've needle felted the lines, you're going and felt around the paw, the toes even. And so you're making an indentation. And this is a part where you need to really needle felt your paw down really well. So we often felt really, really softly, but with this wolf, there are some very, very firm parts because they take a lot off. So you can see that you've got 2 shorter paws and 2 that are sort of almost parallel. And then what you can do is, this is optional. I'm just going to move this so you can see this better. So you can see I've needle felted these indentations, and then you use some fine scissors, whether you can use the tip of the scissors depending on how sharp they are. These ones aren't. And I'm just cutting into these areas where the toes are. If you feel really worried about this, then don't do this. But this will just, because it's fine if you don't even do that, but this will separate the toes even more. And now you can bring back your felting mat and work a little bit more on these toes so that these cat fibers don't look so cat anymore. They have softer edges. And once you've done this and worked on just reshaping the toes, it's just the lanolin ridge wool is absolutely perfect for this because it's already a sticky wool. So, and I'm going to show you now how to make one claw. You use your black wool. This is still the detail wool, so the natural black with a slightly grey fibre running through it is only for the top coat of the wolf. And for the claws, you use your fingers, and if you've got slightly sticky fingers, perfect. But if you've got our beeswax balm, then use just put a little bit in your hands, and you can see I'm twizzling this bit of black, and keep folding it in half until I've got sort of the size of a rice grain there. And now I'm fastening this onto the wolf from underneath the paw. So I don't want it to sit on top of the toe. I want it to be fastened on underneath, and then when you turn it round, it will just poke out like a little claw here, and you can still shape that. A little bit of black might come through, which again is fine. Unless it bothers you, then just cover it with white. Once the wolf is needle felted together, I mean, they don't have pure white paws anyway, so I'm just going to show you my wolf here. You can see that a bit of the black has come through, and that's absolutely fine. And I think they look really lovely when they've got really big paws, so really broad paws. This will shrink down a little bit once you attach all the claws, but that's basically how you're going to make the claws on the paws, and how you attach the legs.